Hey, how everybody doing this morning? Uh, a lot of us got our eyes open, but it's time for us to wake up.
That's good.
One day, when I was a young lad, I was sitting alone in my room, staring out the window and watching the other kids as they played in the street. And suddenly, I fell into a deep sleep, realizing that I'm not the late Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, but I too had a dream. See, I dreamed that I was born into a well-respected family that had a big house on the hill with a white picket fence. And every day I dress up in a suit and tie to go work for a 500 fortune company that I helped build. Poverty wasn't accepted where I lived because everybody was rich. And every day the elderly would gather in the community park to feed the pigeons by the bench. I was the sheriff, the mayor, and the judge in my local residence. I was so famous, I even had enough popular votes to become the next president. And just when C-SPAN was going to announce that I was going to be the next president of the United States, my dream got broke up. Because all of a sudden, my mama came home mad, late from work, slammed the door, and I woke up. Man, I was mad. But I wasn't mad because my mom disturbed my dream. I was mad at the harsh reality she had awakened me back up to. And reality is this. See, I had to be awakened back up to a reality where billion-dollar corporations sit in a corner office discussing how to keep the middle class their slave. When my mama had to work 2 jobs and still barely scrape minimum wage. I had to be awakened back up to a reality where law enforcement locked the drug dealer up and he throw away the key. But at the same time, they pocket the money and put the drugs right back in the streets. See, I had to be awakened back up to a society where politicians are still killed and destroyed just to get rich because they honor a code that states the value of a dollar should hold more respect than the value of a friendship. See, I had to be awakened back to a reality where young girls start sneaking out the house at the age of 12. Start having sex by the age of 13 and drop out of school with no education because they done became pregnant by the age of 16. See, I had to be awakened back to a reality where young boys feel neglected by fathers. So they grow up hating their fathers. But then when you talk about giving back to the community, everybody else act like they don't want to be bothered. So I just sat there, mad, slumped over in my seat, still mad of the harsh reality of not living out my dreams. So when I found enough strength to get up from where I was sitting, I went and stood and positioned myself in front of the mirror. And I stared deep down the eyes of my reflection. And I told myself, you are going to grow up to be successful and well respected. Right. Maybe not for what you got, but simply because you are Javon Smickley.
We'll have a tribute. Not doing it? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, good.